Well, welcome to Yvette and Kess. Kees?
Case, yeah,
Kees.
case.
I knew I'd say it wrong. Kees. And Yvette is the lead vocalist of Elithium. And Kess is the, I think,
Keyboard player.
keyboard player. That's right.
And composer as well.
And composer. Wow. Cool. Welcome, both of you. They're from the band Elithium.
Oh,
Uh,
thanks for having us.
Welcome to the Citadel for Metal Fellowship. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to discuss your latest album, Strangers Parade. It is dynamite. And before we forget, these guys were so nice. They sent me a copy of the CD, which was
Good.
brilliant, and they signed it. And if you haven't heard this, I want to make sure I'm doing it right. If and yeah, let's start right there. I know I normally don't start there, but this is such a brilliant cover of the album. And well, first of all, you guys introduce yourself, say hi, and then we'll jump into it. But thank you for the CD. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're welcome.
You start?
Yeah, okay.
Just
Oh, I start.
yeah.
Oh, you started.
Oh, I was waiting for Yvette to
She's
start
giving.
her.
She's
Okay, well, my name
Go ahead.
is Kees, and I'm the keyboard player of Elithium and main composer. I'm not the only composer, but I'm the main composer. And I'm also the only surviving member of this adventure that we started back in 2020. And then we had a lot of lineup changes, but I'm the only original founding member left.
And he's got an excellent shirt there, the Rush Roll the Bones t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm a big Rush fan, so I'm always also looking forward that because I was told that they are touring again. It's a miracle with a new drummer, female drummer.
I know.
I bought tickets already.
I'm sorry. You
I
already
bought
bought
tickets
tickets?
already to see them on tour next year.
And how do you like the new drummer?
I think she's fantastic, and I think Rush did a great job.
Yeah.
By first of all, by continuing what they're doing. And I understand lots of people think, Neil Peart was the only drummer and they should call it a day. But I don't. I disagree with that because it's their band and they can do what they want. And I think they did an excellent job picking a female drummer because it gives something new and it was the least you would expect, and they did it. And I think that's great.
No, I think she's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Yvette.
I'm Yvette. I'm the singer of Elithium. I started 3 years ago. I think it's 3 years now, Kees, right?
Yeah,
And
I think so.
yeah, and I'm very happy to be in the band and work with Kees and the others.
Okay. And all right. So tell us how things got started. How did you pull everybody together? And let's start there first.
It's Kees' department. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like I told you, I'm the only I'm the only founding member, but I'm not really a founding member because I was invited by a guy who was forming a band around a girl, and at that time I was only supposed to be the songwriter. And they came at my place to discuss some songs, and I had some connection with the girl, and then they asked me like, how do you feel about also join the band as a performing keyboard player? And first I was like, I don't want. I've been there, and I don't want to do this anymore. Also because I know myself, and I'm pretty fanatic, and I could already see that. In the end, I'm going the only survivor, and people come and go, and then I am and exactly like I predicted, it came true, and here I am.
All right.
It's around the time when we also had some bad luck because, like I told you, it was 2020,
Oh,
and then
COVID.
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 Exactly. I remember we had the first meeting with the because they also attracted a guitar player. We had a meeting with that guy in some kind of in a pub, and that was the first week where the first patients of COVID were announced. And I remember that somebody was sneezing in the background, and we were joking to get like, COVID.
Oh
And
my.
at that point, we couldn't realize that we were only 1 week from the first lockdown.
Wow.
And that's a disaster for a band that's being formed.
Yeah.
And then we came. I remember we came together the first time as a full band, and you come together with all these people that you never met before, and we couldn't even shake hands. So that was a very awkward situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
No.
And then, Yvette, how did you join the band? What inspired you to jump aboard this ship?
Yeah, it's, at some point their singer left, and they were looking for a new one. They put an ad, and then I replied to it. And I've been singing in symphonic metal bands before, and also online. So I was really looking forward to be in a band again. And I really like their music. I think it was really good. So I grabbed the opportunity, and then I was allowed to stay. Right.
Oh, I think you have a reason to be there. You have a fantastic voice. Yeah,
Thank you.
she really does. She's got a very good voice. And you have to listen to the album to see what I'm talking about. Um, so the name of the band, it's a cool, unique name. Is it about the mineral, the lightest metal out there, or is it something? What inspired that name, Elithium?
The band name was made up by the former singer, and apart from music, she was also a diehard computer game player.
Oh,
And if I'm informed very well, that Elithium was some kind of ingredient for some Minecraft-like game, some ingredient that you have to mine for. I'm not even sure if Elithium is a thing that really exists.
Yeah. So it came from a computer game, and I
Yeah.
think it's a nice name because it's unique. So you can easily find our band using that name online. Yeah.
we're just talking about marketing. She's right. It is. It stands out definitely. Um, very good.
It's even
Um,
there was a bit of a funny comment because we posted it in some Facebook groups, and then apparently there were two Greek people commenting, and it had a bit of a funny meaning in Greek, right? Like something like stupid, or
Oh yeah,
what
I
was
remember. Yeah,
it? Something it meant something like stupid or silly or something. So that was very funny to read.
you had some fun with that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And they're from Holland. Am I correct in saying that?
yeah.
Netherlands, otherwise known as the Netherlands. Okay. Because she kind of looked at me like nobody says Holland, Mark. uh,
yeah.
Oh, actually, Holland is a part of the Netherlands, but some people mistake it like it's this one and the same thing.
ah,
Holland is the
I just
west
did
part of,
that.
of the Netherlands.
Holland is what?
The west part of the Netherlands.
Oh, and where are you guys from in the Netherlands?
Well, you actually are from Holland, Kees.
I'm from Holland. I'm from Rotterdam, which is in Holland.
That's a big shipping port.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
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 Yeah, and we have our bass player is also from near Rotterdam,
Yeah.
and our new guitarist is from I think it belongs to Brabant, which I'm also living. I'm originally
What's the name
from
of it?
the south of the Netherlands, and I'm originally from the north of the Netherlands. And our drummer is from the north of the Netherlands, so it's quite well. Maybe not for American standards, but for Dutch standards, it's quite a far drive to meet. It's like 2 or 3 hours or something. Yeah.
And
So
and
all over.
and Europeans say that, and yeah, Americans are like, no, we drive for miles and miles, uh, but no, it's not just distance. What else is it? It's traffic. So it's more,
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for here? It's more dense. So you're not just dealing with maybe 100 miles, you're dealing with 100 miles of, maybe 20 or 30 of those being backups. And right, especially if you're going through Rotterdam or
Yeah,
Amsterdam or,
the whole
a major
country is
city.
pretty populated. Yeah.
And my wife and I were watching these videos of places to go in Europe, and your country is one of the ones that gets the most tourists. And I'm thinking already, Amsterdam is overcrowded for most people, and then you get millions of tourists as well. And does it drive you crazy?
Well, if you live
I
in the
think only
capital,
when you live in Amsterdam. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Well,
yeah.
that's true. You don't, yeah, but I mean, how about Rotterdam? Does that get crowded with tourism or tourists?
Rotterdam is not a real tourist place.
Tourists.
It's
Okay.
like you already mentioned. It's known for being a harbor. So it's more industry, and all the people who want to come to visit Holland, they go to Amsterdam.
Okay.
Which was actually handy because maybe you saw our video from Strangers Parade. And we wanted to make a video where we're going through crowds, a lot of people coming and going. So we thought we have to go on a Saturday to Amsterdam so that we could have all the flows of people for the video. So that was,
And there were a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, what's the best area that you like to go to, either in the Netherlands or anywhere throughout Europe? Where, if you could go anywhere, where would you go? Or where do you like to vacation?
Okay, that's an interesting question.
I,
Like,
I ask some of these interesting questions, usually at the beginning, and then we jump into the album, just to kind of get to know you as people rather than just musicians. Music is absolutely important to you, but you're people too.
I think it should at least be an Asian city because I love Asia.
Which
So I guess
is it?
Saigon or
Huh?
Vietnam.
Is it the food, the weather, the people, the
The
culture?
beauty of the country, the beauty of the area, the food. Yeah.
Good reasons. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
think I
bet.
like more the like Norway or Scotland with this wild northern nature parts. Yeah. And the culture as well.
All right. All right. And so let me ask you this. This is always a tough question, because people, I guess, don't understand it. But when you were little kids listening to music, who was it that you heard? There's got to be somebody that you heard and said, okay, not only do I love that, I want to do that. Who was it that inspired you? And then we'll talk about who you like now. But who was it that sort of lit that flame and you said, "Oh my God, I have to."
Okay.
Yeah.
I was in high school, and I was just so far I was always listening to the ordinary radio, the charts and things like that. And then at a certain moment, I got into Yes, and it was the album 90125 from Yes, and I was
Good one.
flabbergasted. and that was a turning point in my life. And I was like, I want to do this.
Good choice. Yeah, no, that's a great album.
Yeah.
And for me, I think, well, I grew up with, like, my father plays guitar, and he just gave me randomly, at a random moment, he gave me also guitar, and like, we did have music in the family, and yeah, how do you say it? It was very easy to, like, if you grow up with it, then there's no threshold to try something new. So I really like that from my upbringing, and I think musically I really like The Gathering, and I had an album, and Anneke van Giersbergen, and I really liked her as a singer, and I would sing along very loudly, and then I think that's for me where it started, the interest in singing. Yeah.
All right. And who do you like today? He definitely likes Rush, but I'm sure he likes more. But who is somebody you listen to on a regular basis today? Either
Me or is that?
Yeah, you can do this for.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's may sound crazy. Today, I just learned a duo from Canada, which I'm really into, and they are called Engine de Patrine, and it's just crazy stuff. And that's what I'm listening to right now.
All right. I'll have to
I don't
check
know if you
that
heard
out.
of them. They make use of, like, they have not 12 notes in an octave, but 24.
Oh, wow.
And they do crazy stuff with that. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And for me, it's I like Visions of Atlantis. I don't know if you know them.
Oh, yeah.
And
If you look through, I did an interview with them. No, they're very nice people. Very nice people. Yeah.
yeah, I really love their music as well. It's brilliant. And I also like Blackbriar. It's a Dutch
Oh, yeah.
band.
I think I've heard of them. Yeah.
And yeah, and a lot of bands in this genre I listen to, and also like Camelot, for example, or uh, yeah, a lot of different bands. But I think those two are the ones I listen to most at the moment. I also like Nightwish, but a bit less the newer work. So yeah.
With Visions of Atlantis too, we actually, and I didn't mention where I'm at to you guys, but I'm just north of Seattle. But we actually, Seattle, Washington, here in the United States. And we actually, my wife and I went down and saw Visions of Atlantis live, and then met them after the show live, which was, to finally put that together. I mean, I met them online like this, and then finally got to meet them, and really, really good people, very fun to be with. But what was I going to ask you? Neither of you guys, and I can't believe it. Neither of you guys mentioned Arjun Lucasen.
Arion.
He is. You do.
Arian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you. Yeah. I mean, to me, he's probably the biggest thing that ever came out of the Netherlands, but I might be wrong. There's some old bands from the 70s that did, but
He's
Yeah,
actually
Golden Earring.
quite close to where I live here in the south of the Netherlands.
he
I
does.
think it's very good music, and he has all these big stars that join him as well. It's a bit, for me, it's a bit too progressive, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I really, yeah, I think it's very good music, and I listen more to symphonic metal usually myself. Yeah. But he's a great
Oh,
artist.
I think what he does is symphonic metal.
Some of it. Yeah. No, he does a good combination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. The only place where he's doing, I think it's the only place where he's doing his concerts is in my city, where I live. So then it's like I think a full weekend, and people come from all over the world to see his concerts. I would love to go one day. I think it's very interesting too.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And let's see. All right. So, um, will you tour Strangers Parade? I hope so. Well, I hope you'd come over here, but I know that's a big challenge for anyone. And I think
It is. It is.
if I was in Europe with the guy we have in the presidency right now, I wouldn't come near this place. But that's just me. But because we don't like him either.
Okay, that then we have that taboo out of the way now.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to mention it. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know some people are like, don't get into politics, but I was a undergraduate political science major. I cannot avoid it.
Yeah.
But no, what he's doing right now to merch for guys like you to get this CD to me must have been a miracle almost. I mean, that's what people are to other bands are telling me. It's
Yeah.
so hard to get merch over here, and this is one of the biggest markets in the world. And all bands would love to, engage and send stuff here. And some that I've talked to are really having severe difficulties doing that because of all these tariffs and all these things that he's blockades that he's thrown in there. And that hasn't affected you, right? Hopefully, because you got this too.
Yeah, we had to fill in some customs forms, but
Yeah.
I think that was okay. Personally, I would find it a bit scary to go through customs because I think you have very strict customs, and yeah, it's a bit unsettling what you hear about that. So I don't think we will come anytime soon, but I also don't think we per se have a big list of venues that are expecting us at the moment.
I think if
Hopefully that.
in 3 years' time Kamala Harris is elected, then we'll think about it.
There you go. Yeah, that's who I voted for. Yep. Um, all right. How about Europe, though? Are you planning to do a tour, or at least the Netherlands? Because
Yeah, we do.
this is a great album. I mean, people need to hear it.
I think so too. And thanks for the compliment. Yeah, we like to play more gigs than we do right now, but we are in the middle of a, how do you say, transition of. We have a new guitar player actually,
Oh,
so that took some time to, and it's only recently that we can say, okay, now we are complete again, and now we can think about writing to venues and planning the continuation of this tour.
Yeah, we were a bit in bad luck because the previous guitarist who was with Case at least from the beginning of the band, he just a few weeks before the release he left the band, and then we had another temporarily another guitarist, and then he also left. So and now we have another one. I think we really like this one. I think he will stay, but
hopefully.
it really puts you back every time again and
Yeah.
again. So, but we do have some nice gigs planned, and now that we feel ready to, yeah, complete again, then we hope to get a lot of new gigs because we would love to share this album with other people.
Oh,
The world.
the world. There you go. He's thinking big. Yep.
I'm thinking big, no limits.
It was actually nice because we also put it on Bandcamp, and I remember proposing to put it on Bandcamp, and the rest of the band was like, we don't even know if there is. But actually, we did sell quite some albums there, also to other countries. So that was actually
Yeah.
really nice to notice that actually, apparently, we reach also people in France and Norway and some in the US, even Germany.
Yeah,
So
I was actually I was kind of surprised that I was the one who was most resisting to release this album as a physical CD because I thought this is the time for Spotify and streaming, and the other guys were like, no, we should also make, even if it's only for ourselves to have this nicely in our own shelves. I said, okay, and then I was pleasantly surprised by all the demands we got from all kind of countries, and yeah, it was great. I was surprised.
You can depend on this generation.
Yeah,
We love them, and
obviously.
we
Yeah.
we have to have the physical copy. Most of us from my generation, we grew up with them, and it's
Mm.
almost like to us, it's almost like AI if you don't have that. It's not. No, we know, you're a real band and all that, but you need that physical copy to, and they sound so much better. Nothing wrong with MP3s. Your MP3 sounded fantastic. But when I copied over it with the CD, so much fuller, the
Mm.
range and everything. Her voice is just, and your keyboards are just more dynamic, more fuller on a CD. I mean, that just makes sense.
Mm.
But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, uh, my whatever generation will keep supporting it, and maybe the younger ones won't, but we have to have that. You can see behind me here. We have to have that CD or
Yeah.
I also wonder if it's the generation, or if it's the type of music, because I try to convince Case, like, whenever I go to a concert, they always sell CDs. I also
yeah,
have lots of CDs. Like, at least in metal and symphonic metal, I think there's quite still a lot of physical CDs being sold, also
yeah.
in different generations.
Well, and
But
a lot of kids, or I shouldn't say kids, but the younger generations, like my son, I still have all my Led Zeppelins when they came out, back in 69, 68. And he's like, well, I want to go get mine. I mean, here, I'll give it to you. No, 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 I want my own. And they'll go to the, shop down the street and buy their own copy. And that's good. That's fantastic. I mean, the vinyl version, and it's great. Yeah, it's good to see everyone appreciating that music, because believe me, I've listened to it. I don't know how many times, and it still sounds like the first time I heard it. And that music from that time was just incredible. And hopefully, your music will be treated the same way in time, and it should be. It's very good music. And now, let me ask you: I know you said that he does all the composing, but are you involved maybe with this album or maybe the next album in the writing of the lyrics or some of the music? Or
yeah, I was involved with some of the music now, like a few songs I wrote the lyrics, and also some choruses we adapted together. Also the melodies, because we were actually on the day of recording actually trying to say, like, is this really it, or can we do something better? And so yeah, there's also some co-creation, yeah. But I think
which,
what
and these two songs are off of the new album that you're talking about, Pat?
yeah, like After Midnight, I think, and The Tower, and Through My Hands, I think the my lyrics were the basis of it.
It makes it a
And
little,
also the vocal
it
line.
makes it
And the
it
vocal
makes it
lines.
a little easier for her to sing if she's making putting together the lyrics, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you're
yeah. I also from Strangers Parade, I also changed the lines of the lyric of
Or
the chorus, and I understand what you mean. If it has your own more of your own meaning, then it's easier to feel it and uh, yeah, get it across. Yeah.
all right. Okay, one last non-music question, and then we'll jump into the album. Um, Both of you are probably working full time, and this is um, your not hobby, because it's definitely not a hobby, but do you both work full time? Well, first of all, that question.
Yeah, I work. Yeah, full
Okay.
time. This is not something that pays the bills. The band. No, I think it's or the opposite. But yeah, I work indeed.
Is that true for you?
Well, I'm a sound engineer actually,
Oh,
so I do stuff for other musicians, but I prefer doing stuff for myself and for the band. But
it makes sense. All right. So when you do have free time and you're not making music, what do you guys like to do? Um, because that's the other thing. Everyone thinks that, everyone's tied up in music 24 hours. And you're probably always thinking of songs and yeah, that'd be a great song. Or maybe you see something happening, outside and you're like, I need to write a song about that. But I mean, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies?
But to be very honest, I think this takes up like we daily we daily
exactly.
talk about it, like
Yeah.
what you do and new ideas and 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 most of the time I do spend it on the band. Like we even started now. We added synthesizers, so I'm also playing synthesizer now, just the easy stuff, but to have more of the sound live. So I'm practicing synthesizer right now, and I also like to work in my garden, but I don't have much time, and very frankly, almost all of it goes into the band. It is quite an immersive experience. Yeah.
And are you working? I'm sorry, let him go first. And then,
Well, for me, it's exactly the same because I wish I could tell you like, okay, I'm also into sports or whatever, but no, music is all I like to do in my spare time. Yeah.
it's
You have
your
an
life. Yeah.
extra band also, eh?
Huh?
Yeah, I also play in other bands. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I also play
What?
in a Queen tribute band.
Oh, Queen is fantastic, and they definitely need piano and keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
If you want to play a Queen song, I mean, some of the best piano of the 70s, right up there, Billy Joel, and
Yeah,
they're both,
yeah, I think so too. Freddie Mercury is just the most amazing guy who ever lived.
yeah, yeah, with the voice and the keyboards. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
incredible. Definitely. Um, okay, and just, I know we're jumping ahead here, but it sounds like maybe you're working on something new already, or
At the moment,
Yeah,
we're mostly yeah, and we are also rearranging some things because we have, like I said, we are putting the synthesizer in now. That was before on the backing track, and we will play it live as well. And also, I play Irish whistle, so we're also
oh,
introducing that more. Like some
nice.
we replaced some parts in existing songs, and so we're a bit playing around with how we can integrate that also in the music. That's some of it. And now with the new guitarist, we're preparing, and with all the extra instruments, we're preparing for the gigs that are coming up.
All right.
And Case?
Case, yeah. Anything you'd like to mention, Case?
Well, yeah, we are a little bit experimenting with trying to sound more modern. So more, we put some extra electronics in it, which is also a possibility because Yvette is now also playing the synths, so we can combine those sounds together and yeah, trying out electronic music as well. Not that we're going totally EDM, but I think we like the combination of symphonic metal with a little bit more modern twist. I think it can be great.
You can never have enough keyboards for me. I love the keyboards. So
Yeah.
keep
Oh,
keep it going.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emerson. Banks. I mean, yeah, and Wakeman. Uh,
Rick
I'm
Wakeman.
telling
Yeah.
you, yeah, keep it coming. Um, another okay, so let's talk about the album. The first one, Nobody Knows. I wrote down that it sounds like a little bit like Dream Theater's. Did you have you ever heard When Dream and Day Unite?
Yeah,
Uh,
I do. It's Dream and Day Unite was their debut album.
yes, and most people don't even know about that album. And I
No.
only bumped into it just by getting into the band during a wake and images and excuse me, images and words.
Yeah. Same here.
I bought those two, and then somehow I found out about the When Dreaming Day and Night, and then I heard that fantastic, the big epic song on that thing, and I was like, oh my God, how did we miss this? But yeah, but you kind of have a little bit of that sound, and another one. So you've heard that album, right? Sounds like you have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I got into Dream Theater when they came with Images and Words,
yeah.
and right after that, Awake was the first tour that I saw live.
All right. And you've heard the I'm trying to find the name of the song. I can't remember the name of the song. The Killing Hand. That's it. Have you heard that one? That's off
Yeah, I think it does ring a bell. Yeah, yeah.
that's off of that first album. That's the epic track at the end. It's unbelievable. So I hear a lot of that in this first song. And then another band, let's see if you know who these guys are. Have you heard of Saga?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Canadian as well.
And I
From
hear a lot of early Saga in this first song, which both of those are two of my favorite bands.
Okay, now that's nice to hear.
So yeah, no, it immediately grabbed my interest, and I was like, and this may have been one that remember she asked me, how did you find out about us? That may have been one of the songs that I listened to, and I said, oh
It's
my,
funny you say that because I a lot of times when Dutch bands get international attention, then I always read in reviews like, "Oh, I hear something like Saga in it." It's like there's something connected from the Netherlands to that us Dutchies we want to like to sound like Saga for
no,
whatever reason.
no, I'm not making that connection. It just, I mean, I love those early Saga albums, and it just kind of sounded a
Oh,
little.
I thought you made it the connection. Okay.
No, no. Saga, I think they're loved all over the world. Yeah, I mean, Asian markets like Japan are still supporting them, whereas maybe the U.S. Isn't following them as much. I mean, there's still fans like me that love everything they do, but there's a lot of others that nah, it's not that great anymore, which is a shame, really, because it really is still great. But definitely Asia, they love them. They keep wanting them to come back.
Yeah.
But everyone kind of is influenced by Dream Theater in this field. Have you heard of either of these bands, Yvette?
Yeah, I heard of and I know a bit Dream Theater, but not Saga. No.
Well, and you said you don't like progressive, so you may not like Saga. Although they're hard, but they're not heavy metal in any way, no. But it's really good stuff if you get a chance and want to hear something different. All right, but let's come back to Nobody Knows and tell us how that came about and how you decided on that for a title as well as what was the inspiration for that song.
I think Case can explain it best.
Yeah. Well, now the taboos are out of the way, and we know how you think about the president. I'm not going to say that it's inspired on that person, but it has to do with narcissism.
Yeah.
It's like nobody knows. It's about somebody who claims the spotlight for having knowledge that other people don't.
Yeah. That's him.
Even if it's about COVID, like people who say, "Oh, I don't want to have the vaccine because," and then they read something on the internet or whatever.
Conspiracy.
And it's not even that they really think they know this thing, but it's more about claiming the spotlight. That's what the song is about.
That whole line you just said there is so devastating. I mean, there are kids going through measles that never ever should have gone through that. And when I was a kid, I still have it somewhere. You were automatically vaccinated in, I don't know, middle school, high school. I don't remember. I was too young. Probably, elementary school. Never had it. And that's all it would have taken, and these poor kids are going through this and they've lost a couple of them over fear. And it's insane. Yeah. When something like that is conquered, if it was around, then maybe you have to rethink, is this strong enough or whatever? But when no one's getting it, why would you doubt it? It just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
You guys don't have that problem over there, I hope.
There are people who are, especially I think since COVID, there's more conspiracy theorists, and people from strict types of churches that don't believe in, or that think that it's against their faith to vaccinate, but not at the scale I think as you have in the US, because I think even the Minister of Health is anti-vax, right? Or
Kennedy, yeah.
So
Don't even get me started. That family that family is a rich, fantastic past, and then he had to come along. Don't even get me started.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you, since we got into that, I have to ask this because I've always wanted to ask, but why not? Here we go. The the culture there is very open, which is wonderful. And is Amsterdam the only place where like marijuana is legal, or is it the whole country? And
it's the whole country. Yeah.
The whole country. All right.
But it's a bit of a strange thing because it's not completely legal. It's legal to sell it, but not to buy it. So
You're kidding me.
Yeah, so they have
How do
to.
they work that? Yeah.
So they have to obtain it illegally, and then they can sell it legally. It's a bit of a strange in between situation.
That's crazy. That sounds like us. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I've heard over many years that in Amsterdam you could pretty much get whatever you want, not just marijuana, but other things as well. But it's not that as open as people think.
Well, and we also make a distinction that they don't do in all countries, I think, between hard drugs and soft drugs. And I think that also helps because people might use marijuana or hash, and it's considered lighter than the very addictive things like heroin and so on. I think cocaine is used a lot as well by a certain club scene. but the distinction does help people to not go so easily into the stronger stuff, I think, because there is a big distinction in how it ruins people's lives. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And do you guys have the troubles that we do with heroin and opium and things like that? I mean, having it more open and freer, does that help or make it worse? Or
Yeah, but heroin is illegal to sell. Eh? That's only the soft drugs that are legally sold, and the hard things like heroin and so on. I think that's used very little, or only by people who are really in deep trouble. And yeah,
people in the culture are smart enough not to go down that road. That's good. I wish more of our people would be. Yeah. And okay. Anything else
it's
you
to do
guys?
with social problems and so on. I think
Yeah.
it's not being it's not smartness. It's, I think, like having social problems in
Yeah.
society, and care offered and so on. Yeah.
Now that you brought that up, and you guys have, I think, free healthcare, from what we've heard, this is what we hear over here. There's more of a social net, to protect people from homelessness, from, healthcare problems, from employment problems. True, not true?
We don't have free healthcare. I think we pay on average like 120 euros. I don't know how much that is in dollars
Per
a month.
year?
No, a month.
Oh, I was going to say, but
No,
that's still, you don't have any idea. I mean, it's like 500, 600 or more here. But I mean,
wow.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
American healthcare. Again, don't take me down that road. It will
But
be,
yeah, but then also it's a mandatory thing. So it's not like you cannot be. It's not a choice to be. I don't want to pay this money, and then
Which is
I
a
don't
good
have.
thing. I think that helps, because then
Yeah.
you share the cost altogether.
there you go.
It's also, and it's also a bit more regulated through the government and so on. So, like what I see on TV, I don't know if that's how it really is, but that you might get cancer and then having to sell your house to pay the bills, or the kind of thing that's not the kind of thing you would see here. Like,
Good.
you pay up to a maximum of, like, I think if you get sick and you need thousands of euros for your healthcare, I think you only pay 400 euros or something yourselves, and the rest is covered by the system. So I think it's a very good system.
It is. That
Yeah.
sounds great. And how does, just, and I know we're getting way off the subject. I'm going to pull back. But how does it work there? So you just walk into, let's say you have a real bad cold or something, you walk into the doctor's office, and what happens?
Or you make an appointment with the doctor, and then he decides, or she decides, if you need treatment or if you have to go to the hospital. Or so they are the gatekeepers, more or less, for if you can go to the hospital.
And so you don't have what we call urgent care where, I just came up with this cold and I don't want to wait, for Monday when I have to go back to work. I want to go today. Can't do that or
Well, I think the Dutch doctors are a bit. They would say, okay, if it's not gone in a week, then come back.
okay.
If it's just a cold, then they don't take it very seriously. They just say, okay, then. But if you feel, if you can't breathe or you have something very urgent, you could go to the hospital directly, to the emergency room. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, Case?
I think she pointed it out clearly.
All right. All right. So After Midnight is another fantastic song. And again, I hear Dream Theater, but there's more in this than than just Dream Theater. And I'm not, when I say things like that, it doesn't mean you're copying them. You're definitely not copying them. Everyone kind of gets inspired by certain bands,
Of course. Yeah.
but no, I'm not, saying you're copying them. But tell us about that song.
I think that was one of the songs that I started more or less. Um, and I think we wanted to have a bit of like an up tempo, fun song. I also like power metal myself.
Right.
And so I think that was a bit, that was part of the idea to have a bit of an up tempo song. And Case and I, we're both, we really like to stay up late, and like my life doesn't really allow it anymore to go through the night, but we're quite night owls, both of us. So it was a bit intended to to describe that, the joy of being up late.
What it's like at nighttime. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so because it's quite a fun, but that's more the lyrics part. But yeah, there's a bit of a, like if it's after 1 in the morning or something, like it's the whole world's asleep, but yeah, just awake, and you have ideas, and yeah, it's a bit of a special time in the night.
There was
And
a song from the 60s or 70s. The nighttime is the right time. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but anyway, yeah. For
Yeah.
some people, that's true. Yeah.
yeah, so and then the songs, like I think we came, the idea was to start a bit like as if you're telling a ghost story, but actually it's not. But that was a bit the fun of the first part. And then so I made the vocal line and the lyrics, and then Case put the cool piano under it, and then yeah, it was co-created. Yeah, Case wrote the music around it. And
All
I
right.
think that's very cool because he can just see the whole picture. Like
Yeah.
many people, guitarists will give you a guitar part, and then okay, you see if you can make something from it. And in Case can see the whole picture. He writes the guitar solos and the keys and the drums and the bass, and then we can adjust it. But he's able to see the whole picture. I think that's quite cool.
Excellent. That's very important. You have somebody who can put it all back together. No, that's
Yeah.
absolutely important. Strangers Parade is the title song, and I thought it was one of the best that you have on the album. And the synthesizers, the keyboards, which Case does, are just amazing. But you also have some great lyrics as well, Yvette. Tell us about that song. Why? What is the Strangers Parade? I like that title, but go ahead. I want to see what you guys say it means. What's the meaning?
The the verses Case wrote, and it's about the people that you meet in your life, and that you spend time with, and that influence you during that time. But then you also go your separate ways, and then by the end, you might really not know each other anymore, even though you've been close at some moment in time. So it's about a bit this interaction that you have with other people, and yeah, and also a bit the paradox of being close at one moment, and at some other time you might not even know each other anymore, or not even know if somebody's still alive. Or is that correct, Case? My summary.
Yeah, exactly. I've always found it very fascinating that you can, for example, you can be in a relationship with somebody, and then you're very close, and then okay, this sounds a little bit morbid maybe, but you are fantasizing like, okay, if I die tomorrow, who will show up at my funeral? And you think about, okay, this person, this is my best friend, and that can be totally different from the actual moment that you're going to die, if I'm happy, uh, in 40 years to come, because then my funeral will look totally different. And I think that's very fascinating. And it's a proof that you go through certain phases in your life, You meet people, you lose people, people pick you up, people take you down, and it's about walking through the path of life with all these people surrounding you, and yeah, it's fascinating.
Hey, David Attenborough made it to 100, and your generation, they may find something that keeps you going way past that. So you don't know. Yeah, don't. Um, the other thing I was gonna say, and I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it it also, and I don't know if you guys know who they are. Well, I'm sure you do. You guys both know who the Doors are, right?
Yep.
All right. They made an album, or yeah, people are, or not an album, but a song, People Are Strange. And then they made another one, The Soft Parade. And it was like the two of those being put together. Have you heard either of those albums?
Okay. Yeah, I know both songs, and I never ever thought about it. That yeah, yeah.
Maybe
I know
subconsciously
both songs.
influenced you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, The Soft Parade, if you ever sit and listen to that thing, it's a long, epic song. It's just unbelievable. And then People Are Strange is just a fun kind of song. Have you heard either of those, Yvette?
I don't think so. No.
Check those out. You may,
I'm curious now.
it's Soft Parade will blow you away. It's so way ahead of its time. I mean, well, they were always way ahead of their time, but just, and what do you think, Case? I'm going to stop talking about it because I could spend all day on that, but go ahead.
I haven't listened to the Doors in years, I must admit. But I remember when I did. I think what most grabbed me was Jim Morrison's lyrics. They were amazing.
Yeah.
He was a real poet.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Even though I didn't even understand what it was about, even if it was just the phonetics, how do you say?
Yeah.
That was already enough to make it sound like poetry.
Yeah, the soft parade never gets the coverage that all the, Light My Fire, all those other songs do. But give it a chance. Just and put the headphones on for that one and just sit there and just open your mind. Because yeah, there is some weird stuff in there. He always did, not weird, but I mean different. And yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, that when I saw that name, Strangers Parade, I was like, you got to be kidding me. These guys have got to be Doors fans. They put some of my favorites together. It was really cool. Um, Anything else you guys want to say about that? Or we never really answered that question. What's the Strangers Parade to you? Just, I guess you kind of did, but do you want to add anything more to that?
Yes.
No, it's my favorite song of the album, I guess, and I like playing it live. I think maybe that's why we chose it to be the title of the album as well. I'm not sure, but
And the
I
parade.
love it. I think it's a great song. I'm proud of it.
I think the parade itself is the people that pass you by, more or less. Yeah.
There you go. You got to listen to People Are Strange. You will love it. And I think you'll love it. And now I almost forgot, but I finally came back to it. Who did the cover of your album? And tell us about that because it is right now, it's my favorite album cover of the year. I mean,
Oh, cool.
Go ahead.
Please.
Well, we okay. Okay, here comes a funny story.
All right.
Actually, when we picked a cover for this album, it was totally different from what it became in the end, and that was because apparently the first version looked exactly like, accidentally, the entrance of Auschwitz.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the concentration camp is that. But we didn't realize it was not even the artist probably didn't want it to look like that.
But there were
We
train
were just,
tracks, so we thought, oh, the train tracks
yeah.
symbolize,
It was
the
we
bike
were
stop.
thinking about Strangers Parade, and we were thinking about a picture of a railway and that crossing, and then the artist made a picture with a railway going into some dark hole, and we didn't realize it yet. And when we showed it to somebody, and he said like, okay, it's nice, but it reminds me of, it doesn't have a nice atmosphere. And I say, yeah, what do you mean? Okay, I'm sorry to say so, but it reminds me a little bit about Auschwitz. And we were like, okay, we didn't see it that way, but we were so shocked to hear that, like, we don't want this association. So the whole idea was gone. So we looked on the internet for, what was it? The website, where you can hire all kind of artists.
Yeah, we tried to have an artist make one for us, but we also noticed that we all had different ideas.
Mhm.
So we were afraid that if we would give an idea to somebody, that we might not all agree. So that's why in the end, there's a special website that makes artwork for albums. So then we picked one that was that we all liked, because it was what you see is what you get. And then indeed we accidentally chose the wrong one, and then we couldn't unsee it anymore. So we emailed them, and then they realized as well. So they took it off and gave us a refund, and then we chose this one, and we absolutely love it. And we would love to work with the artist who made it, but we actually don't know who made it, because we have asked the platform who made it, because we would love to do more with this artist, but so far they haven't replied. I think because they want to. Yeah, it's a pity, because we really love it as well, the artwork.
Well, Case might remember this. Uh, he was probably influenced to this by who? Roger Dean.
I know where you're going. And the funny thing is that
Roger Dean.
I saw this coming
Yeah.
because it looks like Roger Dean, yes, cover
Right.
art, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, that was for me the
There's
reason, because
nothing wrong with
the
that.
band
I
members
mean,
came up with this idea. They say like, let's pick this artwork, and I was like, okay, it's beautiful, but I'm sure that people are going to say, okay, Case picked this one because he's a Yes fan, and now he wants the Elithium cover to look like a Roger Dean artwork.
no.
That was for me the reason, like, let's not do this. And they say, they're not going to make this connection, and it's okay. It has this floating island, but it's not Roger Dean. And the first reaction that came when we showed this to the world was like, "Hey, this must be from Case because it's Roger Dean." I'm so innocent.
there's nothing wrong with Roger Dean. I
There's
mean,
nothing wrong with Roger Dean. Absolutely no. He's a brilliant artist.
he inspired the what's the animated movie? I can't think of
Avatar.
Avatar. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they won't. I don't think they've ever said that he did that, it inspired him. But I mean, come on. There's no doubt. Yeah. So don't feel bad about that. No, he is one of the best album artists ever. And this, I tell you, I really hope you do connect with those people, because this is just unbelievable. If you really sit and look at it, and now it makes me actually want to get the vinyl, because it'd be much bigger. But do you have a vinyl, by the way? And talk
No.
about your merchandise. Yeah, go ahead.
We only have a CD at the moment,
Okay.
but we are now preparing a big backdrop for our
Oh
concert.
my
We
God,
also
for the
want to put it
concert.
there to have it very big.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
it'll be awesome. That'll be awesome.
But I do think that's what I want to mention. I do think that once we picked this artwork, we did it because we felt the connection with the music. Like, this picture is exactly what we want people to associate the music with. And
Yeah.
I think also in the future, we want to keep creating this atmosphere.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely out of this world, and yeah, um, can't say enough about it. It really, and then this almost looks like I don't know if it's India or Africa. It almost, I don't know. It looks like a continent, but it's very cool, very very cool with the tree rising out of there. But yeah, no, I hope you find these people because this is spectacular. Yeah, you did good. You did very good finding these people.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you re-find them.
Yeah.
All right, the tower. What is this one about? It sounds like at times a lighthouse, but maybe something else. Go ahead.
It's based on a Dutch folk tale, and
Oh,
we have quite some folk tales that describe a place getting rich by trade through the sea and fishing and so on, and then them becoming arrogant, and that becomes their downfall.
oh,
And this is one of the stories, and it involves actually it involves a mermaid. There's also several mermaid stories,
oh, wow.
and it gets captured by fishermen, and they also treat her very badly, and they hang her from a tower to die. And then her partner is begging them to release her, and they don't do that. And then in revenge, he brings the whole town to demise, basically. Yeah. And also in the story, the tower is the only thing that will still stand. Is what he is his curse, and that's also what's in the song. I really like the story. I really like folk tales,
Definitely.
and it was fun to build a song around it. Yeah.
Bring it to life. You brought it to life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Case, do you want to mention anything about it or?
This song was totally Yvette's little baby.
Well, you also wrote the music
Yeah.
together. We did it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a
Actually,
mother's guy. I don't want this to be about me.
If you
but
get a chance, we were talking about Arjun. He has and I can't remember which album it's on, but he has a lighthouse story, which is very spooky. But check that out sometime. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's a great song. But anyway, all right.
Google. Yeah. And what's maybe funny is a fun fact is that we're now doing the introduction, like it's now a vocal introduction, and live we're going to do that with the Irish whistle.
Yeah, that is cool. And now I looked it up. It actually is called Lighthouse, and it's on his. Uh, and it doesn't tell me the album, but anyway, it's a good
Let's
one.
look it
All
up.
right,
Cool.
but check that out. All right. Let's see. Then Escape. This one has more of a metal sound to it. Talk about that song a little bit. And this maybe brings a little bit of the, as you mentioned, Case, the album cover imaging. Yes, no, maybe.
Kind of. Yeah. Maybe. Escape is about. Help me out, Yvette. All these songs.
It's a bit of a mixture of things. It's about uh, believing in something and having hope for something, even though it's not realistic. And it can be about the hope that if a loved one dies, that it will still look down on you from a
Yeah,
cloud. Or
it's about fooling
also
yourself.
hope that you get, huh? But also hope that you might become a famous artist, or it could be all kinds of hopes against all
Got a
of.
lot of meanings. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but mainly because, like, for example, somebody dies,
Yeah.
and then the people who are left behind on Earth are like, I got a sign because I saw a butterfly, and that person's trying to give me comfort. And I really think people should believe that if it gives them a positive feeling.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I think you're a little bit fooling yourself.
Yeah.
And they don't really believe that because they know the butterfly is not really that person. But it's like fooling yourself in a positive way.
Yeah.
To have
Can't hurt, right?
It can't hurt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Shortcut home. I'm sorry. Did you want to say something else, Yvette?
I think that it doesn't hurt. It's actually, I think, literally in the lyrics as well.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Shortcut home. Everyone wants a shortcut home,
Case.
especially when you've been on the road for a long time, right?
Yeah. Shortcut home. You're not going to believe this because I got this question a lot. What is shortcut home about? And every time I have to say, I simply don't know. Because I wrote these lyrics like 20 years ago. And then I think, what was I thinking? Was I on drugs? I don't know. So I cannot give you the answer what it is really about.
From the lyrics, it sounds like just reviewing life or missing something, looking for a paradise lost. And like all of us, we like home. It's safe, it's secure, hopefully, and we miss it when we've been away too long, right? Maybe.
Maybe.
All
I
right.
don't know.
All right. I'm not going to try to pin you down on it.
Yeah.
All right. And then Lie Down, another good song. Well, they're all good songs.
Yeah, that's what.
Lie Down is about. Okay, yeah.
No, not to you can explain the lyrics, but I wanted to mention that when you send it to me, because he already had it written, I loved it. For me, it's like the music. There were no vocals at the moment, but it really sounded like a soundtrack from a game or something. Like
Oh, wow.
quite epic. I really loved. To me, it sounded very epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can tell maybe what's it about, Case.
Yeah, it's like the storm in your head when there's too much going on in your mind, and you're really begging yourself like, hey, let it go, just let me lie down. And it's like it's describing some kind of traffic jam when there's too much traffic in your brain bumping up.
Yeah.
And yeah, that storm in your head.
All right. Idolette. And hopefully I'm saying it right.
Idolette, yeah. Is about
Love.
Idolette is actually a real person in history. Okay, here we go again with what we earlier mentioned. There are no taboos. Lots of these lyrics are dealing about strict Christianity.
Okay.
And here, I don't know in America, but here in especially in the Netherlands, Christianity is very much based on Calvinism.
Some parts,
like
It's
Christianity.
not like we have a very. It's not like that's in the whole country. People are very Calvinistic and strict, but there's parts of it that are right.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what you're talking about when you say Calvinist. I do. He was a very strict Christian.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch that or no? You don't have to.
Yeah, he was a very strict Christian, and I think he was the founder of
Calvinism.
Calvinism.
Yes.
And his wife was called Idolette.
Oh.
And so I tried to picture how it must have been for Idolette to be Calvin's wife.
Yeah.
Because I picture Calvin as a very dominant, strict Christian person, suppressing his wife and things like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's even how it's described. If you look on the Wikipedia, it's also described like what he liked in her is that she was quiet and subservient, or how do you call it? And so it's yeah, it did confirm a bit what you might expect.
And I don't know exactly when Calvin lived. I think probably something around the Middle Ages. And even today in the Netherlands, even if people are not even a Christian, still Calvinism is a thing that's in Dutch culture. I think maybe you can confirm this. Maybe they even joke about Dutch people like they're being on the penny, and you don't know this? Okay.
I I don't know how to say it. I think traditionally when they first, at least when they first came over here, you had a lot of that influence. And he's from the 16th century.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember. I thought it was 1800s, but no, way before that. But here in the United States, we had a pretty heavy influence during the 1800s, during the like even before the gold rush and things like that. There was a heavy influence there for sure. And I don't know if it's, I mean, I don't know if you want to call this current political Christian thing following that. I don't, to me, no, let's not go there. That's probably a little too far. But I don't see uh, uh, much Christianity in the Christianity this president, anyone that's affiliated with it.
Oh, yeah. That's
There
obvious.
is
Yeah.
none. They use it in a horrible way. It has nothing to do with anything that I've ever learned about it. Uh, like I say, I think they're just using it to get followers. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of people that have, taken the bait. But but that's sad to hear that it in a culture like yours where it's more of an open society, open-minded people. There are, it is it a fairly large minority of people that believe in this, or
I think that it's the strict Calvinists. I think that's not a very big group,
okay,
but some elements of it is still in the culture. I think in terms of being stingy. How do you pronounce it? Or uh, I think that's what you mean, right, Case? Like you only get to have one
Yeah.
cookie, and
Things like that. Yeah.
nowadays I think the younger generations have that less so. I think a lot of people eat out a lot, and it's much different than with my grandparents, for example.
Yeah.
Who,
But
who
the
really,
real Christianity thing here in the Netherlands is way less than it's in the United States.
okay,
quite a secular society,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, all right. Anything else? Go ahead. No, all right. Anything else you want to say about Edelette?
Nope.
All right. Let's move on to the going from that to the zodiac. Let's talk about the zodiac.
Yeah, that's
Your
one of
turn,
my
Yvette. I've
well,
been
it's one
talking too
of
much.
my favorite songs as well because it's another up tempo song and like it's real fun to play to sing and But the lyrics, I think, are more case is department, but it has to do with how you see yourself and how other people see you, and like a bit your self-image, right? And then the zodiac is referring to, for example, people that are looking for their own identity more or less, and then they might look at all this called horoscopes. I don't know if you call it that way.
Yeah.
And then they, it's an example, but then they might say, "Oh, I'm a Taurus, so I'm like this."
Yeah.
So just one of the examples where people then try to understand themselves from. Try to. Is that more or less correct, Case? You
Oh,
I don't recognize the horoscope thing at all. Yeah, it's about how you
zodiac
look
sign,
at
right?
yourself.
Yeah.
there's some people that live by that. Yeah. I'm not one of them, but I'm just saying I know of people that they check it every day.
What was the zodiac sign about for you, Case? The reference to it.
The reference to the zodiac sign. No, actually, it's about lacking a zodiac sign. That's what the lyrics are about. Like when you have for example, you're walking in the city and you see yourself in the mirror of a shop window, and it's like in a fraction of a moment, like, is that me? That's another person. It's not the same person as you think that you are. So you see that person as somebody who does not really exist.
Okay.
Like somebody who does not have a zodiac sign. That is a little bit playing with words.
All right.
And I understand that people go in this horoscope thing, but it was never. No, I never made that.
Didn't have anything to do with what you're talking about.
No,
Okay. Okay. And then the epic closer, through my hands, an unbelievable cinematic orchestration at the opening. You must have had fun putting that together as a keyboardist and composer.
Through my hands. Yeah. Through these hands. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, is it? I
through
got
my hands. Through, I don't know. Through my hands.
no. You're right. Yeah,
Oh,
through
yeah.
these
We
hands.
don't
I
we
think
don't shit about the wrong songs.
no,
That's
no.
embarrassing.
I think when I got the MP3, it had through my hands, and I just went with that. But now that I look at the CD, it's through these hands. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, no, no. Yeah, we always we do say through my yeah. Okay. We messed up that one. Yeah.
That's okay.
I think I wrote the lyrics, and it's actually a funny story because it's I had written it before for actually for the lyrics and the melody. I wrote it for an audition for another band because I had to do an audition,
Oh,
and then the guy didn't have the lyrics anymore, so I made something completely different on the music that he made, and then that whole band never happened and so on. But I actually did like what I made, and then I sent it to Case. I think one of the first things when I came to the band, and then I didn't put the music, just a cappella, and then he created a new melody under it, and they did the whole orchestration, and also we changed. I think later on we changed also the chorus lines, but yeah, it was fun.
but you got to talk about that keyboard, that whole cinematic thing at the beginning is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, like Yvette said, she sent me only an a cappella vocal line of the verse, I guess, and
Versus,
the pre-chorus.
yeah.
And I just started playing around, and I had with Melodyne, I had a little bit to move around some notes that she sing to make it in the scale that I wanted for this song.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it just started to give birth to itself.
Okay.
Although I have to say, I think the totally epic guitar solo at the end
Yeah.
is something I told the guitar player that we had back then. Like, just do what you want as long as it sounds like David Gilmour. And I think he did a pretty good job.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. And let's come back to I asked you this question before, but are you in the midst of, I know, like I said, everyone, you have ideas come into your mind all the time, but have you started thinking about a new album yet, or you're deep into this one, trying to get this one the life that it deserves?
That's the first
Both.
priority right now, yeah.
Yeah. But we also are keen to start making something else, but we have to focus first, especially with the new guitarist, and preparing the gigs now, and yeah, sharing this album more with the world. But we are definitely inspired to start creating new stuff as well.
I really hope so. I hope enough people listen to this and get behind you, really, because it's a fantastic album.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else that I missed that you wanted to say or talk about?
Not that I can. Well,
Yeah, thank you very much for having us and putting the time on listening to the song and talking with us. So thank you very much. Really
Oh,
appreciate it.
yeah.
and I don't know if you guys have been watching Facebook long enough, but I'm gonna try something different on this this uh, um, uh, I'm starting to integrate it into my interviews. That's what I'm trying to say. And what I was going to do is it's called the I'm trying to get it loaded here. It was it originally called, well, it's still called Beat the Goalie Challenge. Now, you both of you probably, do you know anything about hockey at all, or no?
So,
Nope.
That's okay. You
Doesn't
don't
ring a
have to.
bell.
But the goalie is the guy that sits in front of the net, and well, same as soccer, and protects, pucks from getting in. So anyway, you're going to get three chances or three different questions. It's up to you guys. And I'm just going to give you this question or three questions if you want three, and see if you can answer it. And no internet, no phones, no nothing. See if you can do that. Um,
Okay.
you okay with that?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay.
to rely on case.
So since you guys are metal, who is considered the band that really started metal?
Mm.
It's on your definition, right?
Yeah,
I
With
think.
what's the definition of metal? That's a good. Yeah, I would say Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I would think so too. It was like an ancestor, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, they definitely were important for metal, and in a lot of ways, a lot of their stuff definitely was metal. But there was one band that really changed rock or created this new environment. And it was Black Sabbath, and it was the darkness, the imagery. It had a lot to do with Ozzy, for sure, his voice, and that's the answer. That most people, they're definitely, there's a whole school Deep Purple, there's a whole school Led Zeppelin. There's even some people, if you look at, why can't I think of the name of that song? the Beatles. I don't know why it's not coming to me. Um, Helter Skelter. I mean, some people would consider that the first metal song, but really, if you want to talk about full dive into metal, it was Black Sabbath.
Okay.
Anyway, so we tried it. I'm going to start doing it and see how people if they like it or not. The other thing is if you want to either play something or sing something, if you want to. If you don't have to either. And I know they're giving me that look like I wish he had told us.
Yeah.
No, I don't know where. If I
You don't
understand the
have to.
question.
No.
I don't
I
think
don't
we're going
understand the
to
question.
take on the spot.
No, that's okay. No, I just from now on I need to sort of get that in the question when I send it out. But just opening it up, if you wanted to play anything or sing anything or anything like that, give them the opportunity to do that. That's all. But
Oh,
yeah,
right now.
guys, huh?
Right
Yeah,
now.
If you want to, you don't have to. Yeah, you may not even be by a keyboard.
Well, we could have done it if I was sure that the internet connection was good enough to, because I'm here sitting with my phone and
Yeah, no. I need to start asking that question up front. But anyway, yeah. All right. Thank you both. You guys are wonderful. This has been a great conversation. I learned so much about lithium that I didn't know and wanted to know. And I hope everyone else out there that's never heard of you will now definitely check you out. This album is a masterful album. You
oh,
just,
thank you.
I mean, they're there, they're ready to go. They just need more people to listen to them, and I'm telling you, they're going to be big. And hopefully, you listen to this, and then don't listen to me, but go and listen to the music itself, and it'll draw you in. It's drawing me in. I'm looking for the next one.
thank you so
Any,
much.
no, you're welcome. Anything else you guys want to say?
That we
Well,
can,
thanks for having us in the first place. Yeah,
yeah,
it was great.
and that they can find us on Bandcamp. You can listen to the whole album on Bandcamp. Maybe that's a nice addition. Yeah.
So yeah, you can listen to the whole album there, or as she said, you could purchase it. And and is that the only place they can get it, or can they also get it digital media? Or
Yeah, there's also a digital download available, and we're also on Spotify. We have some videos on YouTube. We're on Facebook, Instagram.
Subscribe. Thumbs up.
Yeah,
they're out there. I bumped into them through Facebook, so you'll find them if you're just put in that name of the band and Lithium, and you will find them. They're there. And I think they're going to be there for a long time. So please, even though they've had all these band changes, they they're still there. Case is not walking away and saying I give up.
Oh no,
And that's
I'm here to
good.
stay.
That's good. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead. If there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.
Okay,
And again, thank you very much, Elithium. This has been wonderful.
you're very welcome.
thank
All
you
right.
very much. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to pause the recording.